Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today's July the 24th, 2022. We're going to talk about Meta today and why this stock is about to plummet. Welcome, everyone, to my channel. This is HueFin, also known as HueFin News. I give you all the news according to the charts. I'm not here to give you no fluff, no FUD, no FOMO. I pay attention to the chart, which represents the money. So if you guys want to join me, go ahead, hit me up, hit the like button, and also subscribe here to the channel, tap the bell notification as well, because I want to make sure that you are aware as to where price is going to go before anyone else does. That's one of the fantastic things about knowing about language analysis, is that it gives us the ability as to what everyone else is thinking. Yes, let's talk about this real quick in Meta, or what was formerly known as Facebook. Let's talk. I got a video. I already got a price prediction on the chart, right? It's already here. So you guys can kind of see what my expectations are. Yeah, I'm telling you already that my expectation in Meta is for the price to drop. Now, I don't pay attention to anybody else. I don't pay attention to Jim Cramer. I don't pay attention to any of the Wall Street analysts who drop their price recommendations, who try to give us price targets. I look at the price. I look at the chart, because charts don't lie. It gives us the truth. It tells us what everyone else is thinking about the market. So when we look at this chart right now in Meta, let's keep it a buck. How does it look to you? What direction is the price going in Meta? Like, we should not be bullish into the market. So if we see anything on the news, on social media, that tells us that Meta is a buy, you don't need to believe them, because a chart would tell you if a market is a buy or not, because people speak with the money. We are in a downtrend right now. So Meta is not a buy. Overall, it's not. The general direction of price in Meta is weakness. That's one reason as to how we know that the price in Meta is weak, because the price chart is telling us that. Now look at this. We got earnings coming up for Meta this week. Now you already know everyone's eyes is going to be on earnings. Now you don't understand, like, the market is already gearing up for that. Those who have a gist as to what the market is going to do, either running up to earnings or after, they are already placing their bets. So we already have a keen idea as to what the overall market is trying to do in Meta before the earnings. Now, how did we end out last week? Let's look at the chart in Meta real quick. Okay. Now, this represents that someone is nervous about this earnings coming up next week. Somebody is nervous. Who? We don't know, because names are not attributable to the shares or positions that is being bought or sold. So we don't know for certain who is in this market trying to get out the way before earnings come out. But somebody's trying to sell their Meta before earnings come out. I'm just trying to give you all the heads up. We saw a whole lot of volume come in last week, and the market could not keep price up here at the high of around $184. Couldn't do it. Price closed right here all the way down to $169.27. That's not good. That's another indication that tells us that the market here in Meta is weak. Look at this on the 5-day. Like, the chart ain't lying to us. So when I created my video in Meta on July the 1st, we haven't seen the market come down. We haven't, not yet. But given what we saw here on this 5-day chart, even here on the weekly, it's still telling me that my idea is still valid. I'm still seeing that the ability of Meta going down is still applicable, right? Another thing is that on this 3-day price chart, right, this is where the buyers should have continued to show us that they are controlling price, right? We should have saw the market continue to go up, but instead price came down. That also tells us that Meta is still weak, right? The fact that the price in Meta could not keep its price above this level also tells us that Meta is weak. The truth is already being displayed on the price chart. We just need to learn how to follow it and not be snickered or fooled into someone else's opinion or their persuasion. The chart is already letting us know, because people can't lie when it comes to what they do with their money. You hear the notion of what people usually say, go ahead and put your money where your mouth is, right? You telling people on social media and, mainstream media that Meta is a buy, well, put your money where your mouth is. This is what the chart is reflecting. People are not putting money where their mouth is. The ones who's saying that Meta is a buy, a lot of people are not following that yet. So what do you think though? To me, the market is still geared to go down. Yes. So let me bring this in. Okay. I'm still looking for the market in Meta to dip. Okay. So I'm not going to be surprised when earnings come out and let's say the market in Meta falls another, 10%, 20%. I'm not going to be surprised at all, because I'm already noticing on the chart that the overall market is not believing that the earnings is going to be positive. The chart is always a bellwether as to what to expect, right? Let me show you something. So as we saw the market here in Meta trade back in 2021, right? This is where we can tell that people began to know that something is not right in Meta, right? Something is not right. When you see this increase in volume, the market is telling us that something is not right. Because as the increase in volume came through in Meta, we can see that the price started its downtrend, right? And then eventually it just broke. This high volume is telling us that, hey, the sentiment in Meta has changed drastically. And you guys can see that it's been a very slow and methodical movement to the downside since then. We're not seeing the bullishness. We're not seeing that bullish action come back into the market in Meta like we once saw. So this is how you don't fall into the hype, especially when you see this market and Meta on a longer term basis. Okay. Let me show you all the 3 months. Right? Look at that. So again, money is not lying to us. The sentiment has changed drastically in Meta. So I'm done though. Give me your thoughts. Let me know, what do you think the market's going to do running up to and even after earnings after July the 27th. I'm in position. Still looking for the price in Meta to go down. I'm not necessarily sure where I got my price targets at. I want you all to go back and listen to my last video, or the video to which we created this price prediction on June the 30th, July the 1st, and see where my price targets are at. Okay, let me know. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and as always, trade different.